So I was in Nashville for my bachelor party, and a bunch of us guys were bar hopping up and down Broadway, and a buddy of mine needed a wingman. So we ended up chatting with these two girls that were locals, and I casually mentioned to this girl, like, yeah, so I heard Morgan Wallen is opening a new bar here on Broadway. It's supposed to be a big deal. She instantly hit me with this harsh, dismissive tone. She was like, dude, Morgan Wallen sucks. I don't know why. Everyone's so obsessed with him. Yada yada, something like that. Real smug, real condescending, like I was some loser for even bringing it up. Now here's where most guys fold. They would start backpedaling, or they'd get flustered and try to explain themselves, but I didn't do any of that. I just gave her a look and I was like, whoa, my goodness. I simply mentioned the fact that he was opening a bar. I didn't smile, I didn't try to win her over, I just stood in it. And what happened next? Well, she realized that she was being rude for no reason. Her energy entirely flipped. She started apologizing to me, and then she started trying to flirt and smile and was holding eye contact, and I don't know, it was a complete 180. She went from dismissive to desperate to impress me, all because I held my frame. Now, seeing as it was my bachelor party, I just kind of pawned her off on one of my friends, but here's the question. Was she shit testing me because she was attracted, or was she just really rude? Or was she in a bad mood? The answer is, who cares? The point is that if I'd lost my composure, if I had gotten reactive or tried to explain myself, she would have walked all over me. But when you stand tall in those moments, when you show that you are unmoved, it flips a switch in a woman's mind. Like suddenly they start chasing your approval. And I've seen this happen again and again. Cold approach on the street, first date with a new girl, even just meeting a girl through mutual friends. Same pattern. She throws a jab, you stand firm, now she's leaning in. Or maybe she doesn't go as far as to lean in, but at least when you hold your frame, you earn her respect and you preserve your own self-respect, which is important because if you don't respect yourself, then nobody else will either. There's something else a lot of guys get wrong too, which is that women aren't testing you to be cruel. It's subconscious. It's like a natural filtering process. It's how they feel out your emotional strength. Most men fail the test without even knowing they were in one, right? They either get defensive or apologetic, or they just shut down entirely because deep down, their confidence is fragile. Their ego can't take the hit. But that's the secret. These little shit tests, they're not about you being right or wrong. They're about you staying centered. So let me give you 3 practical tips to help build that unshakable frame. And before I do, I want to mention that right now you can join my free coaching community on Skool and access my free course, Attraction by Design. I have an entire section dedicated to holding frame and leading interactions with women. So check that out after this video. Link is in the description. Okay, so tip number 1, be proactive with your energy. Most people are reactive. They're reacting to the world around them. Life is happening to them instead of them happening to life. I want you to manage your vibe with intention. You determine your energy and level of enthusiasm. You don't let the outside world determine the energy that you bring to social and romantic interactions. When you engage with women and your energy shifts based on how they respond, they'll eat you alive. They win the game. You have to be cool no matter what. Whether she likes you or not, you have to stay solid. If she responds well when you approach her, cool. If she shoots you down, also cool. You get to decide. I found one of the best ways to boost that internal security is to practice gratitude. Like I literally list things in my head. Like I'm healthy, I can walk, I can see, my family is safe, I've got good friends, I live in a free country, I've got money to buy a drink and time to be social. A lot of people on this planet don't have half of that. So if a woman doesn't want to talk to me, that's not really a big deal. That's luxury pain. I'm going to figure this shit out eventually, so it's all good. And just remembering that helped me to stay grounded even when I got rejected. And pro tip, find a good wingman. Like my number 1 wingman, Dax, and I used to crack up when girls were mean to us. Like sometimes we'd go and say hi to some random girls at a bar and they'd instantly look at us and be like, ew, fuck off. And then we just turn to each other and start laughing and just let it roll right off us. Having a good wingman will help you stay out of your head and maintain your frame. All right, tip number 2 is don't be thirsty in the desert. Like when you're winning with women, it's easy to hold frame because you have options. But when you're in the desert, when you haven't gotten that first win, when you don't have many options, it's much harder to hold your frame. Trust me, I've been there. You want to breathe life into every possible opportunity. Each at bat feels like this massive chance to break through. And so guys will let women get away with crazy shit because they don't feel like they're in a position to hold a strong frame. They'll let her reschedule 3 times. They'll let her show up 45 minutes late to a date. They'll make excuses for her because she's busy, right? They'll let her dominate conversations and say things that are emasculating, all because this one opportunity feels so important and they don't want to blow it. They're too thirsty. It might feel counterintuitive, but the truth is, if you hold a strong frame, women will respect you more and you'll respect yourself more, which will make you more attractive in the long term. Even if speaking up or pushing back appears to be confrontational, sometimes it has to be done out of principle. It's as simple as this: I respect myself too much to allow other people to treat me this way. Therefore, when I feel mistreated, challenged, or disrespected, I am justified in speaking my mind, and if I don't speak my mind, other people won't respect me and I'll lose respect for myself. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Okay, tip number 3 is do things that build self-respect. Once you respect yourself, you stop seeking external approval, which helps you maintain a strong frame. Think about it. What does it mean to respect yourself? It could be as simple as saying, I put consistent effort into pursuing the version of me that I want to become. I feed myself healthy food. I exercise. I challenge myself with new hobbies and adventures. I pursue knowledge. I invest in my mental health. I invest in my appearance, my style, my looks. I give my work 100%. I don't sit around feeling bad for myself. I do the work that needs to be done to become the type of man I desire to be. When you do these things and you develop true self-respect, you open the door to true confidence. And when you have that, you no longer need to hold your frame. You just are the frame. It becomes second nature, right? You don't think, you just do, because deep down, that voice in your head approves. I am the kind of man who can stick with it. I can do hard things. I am capable of learning and growing. I'm not a quitter. And when you start building that internal self-respect, a strong frame becomes a natural part of your essence. And that's when women start responding best. Remember, everything valuable in life requires effort and sacrifice. And frame, true grounded, confident frame is no exception. Only some guys are willing to earn it, and that's why only some guys get the girl. And guys, don't forget, you can join my free school community and access my mini course, Attraction by Design, where I discuss frame, how to flirt and engage in banter, how to escalate, how to lead first dates, and a lot more. Plus, inside the community, you'll also find my Fearless Flirting ebook, which will be an absolute game changer in the way that you talk to women. My name is KJ Harlow. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.